Listen, if you've noticed your body isn't bouncing back like it used to, you're not alone. Those jeans that used to fit perfectly, that energy that used to last all day, I get it. Here's the thing. Your body after 35 isn't just being stubborn. Science shows your metabolism drops 2 to 3% every decade, and your muscle mass? It's slowly waving goodbye at about 3% per year. But before you get discouraged, I'm about to share 7 game-changing exercises that work with your changing hormones, not against them. And stick around until the end because the last exercise? It's the secret weapon that celebrities like Jennifer Aniston and Halle Berry swear by for staying toned after 40. The best part? You won't need expensive equipment or hours at the gym. Let's start with exercise number 1, and I know some of you might want to skip ahead when I say this, modified push-ups. But trust me, at 40 and beyond, these aren't just about getting toned arms, they're about maintaining your independence and fighting back against some major changes happening in your body right now. Did you know that after 40, women lose about 8% of their muscle mass per decade? And here's something your doctor might not have mentioned. Your body produces nearly 50% less collagen now than in your 20s. That's exactly why push-ups become crucial at this age. They're like a natural defense system, helping maintain the strength in your chest, arms, and shoulders, areas that drastically affect how well you age. Think about all those daily movements, lifting groceries, pushing yourself up from the floor, especially if you play with grandkids, or even something as simple as opening a heavy door. That's where push-ups become your secret weapon. They're not just an exercise, they're an investment in your future independence. Now let me show you how to do these properly because at our age, form isn't just about getting results, it's about protecting your joints. Start with your knees on a cushioned mat. Yes, we're making this completely joint-friendly. Place your hands slightly wider than your shoulders, and here's the game-changing tip. Rotate your fingers slightly outward to protect those wrists that might be feeling a bit creaky these days. The magic happens in the lowering phase. Take 3 full seconds to go down. This slow tempo is crucial because it helps maintain your bone density, which we know takes a hit after menopause. Hover about a fist distance from the ground, and here's my favorite cue. Imagine you're balancing a cup of tea on your back. This instantly fixes your form and protects your lower back. Recent studies show that women over 40 who incorporate push-ups into their routine have significantly better bone density in their wrists and upper body. Plus, they reported fewer symptoms of age-related shoulder pain. Now that's what I call turning back the clock. Start with just 3 reps, and yes, even if you need to do them against the kitchen counter at first, every single one of my successful clients started somewhere. Build up to 3 sets of 8, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your upper body strength improves. But wait until you see exercise number 2. It's the one that specifically targets an area most women over 40 struggle with. Now let's talk about an exercise that's absolutely vital after 40, but nobody seems to talk about, the pelvic floor plank. And before you think this is just another boring plank, let me tell you why this version is a complete game changer for women our age. You know those embarrassing moments when you laugh, sneeze, or jump and, well, you know what I mean? After 40, nearly 40% of women face these little surprises. But here's what your doctor might not be telling you. It's not just about doing endless Kegels. There's a secret connection between your core strength and your pelvic floor that changes everything. Think of your core like a beautiful piece of shapewear. It needs to be strong in all directions to hold everything in place. Traditional planks only work the front, but our pelvic floor plank creates what I call the 360-degree corset effect. This is the exact technique that helped one of my clients ditch her embarrassing bladder issues and finally get back to her tennis games without worry. Here's how to do it right. Start in a forearm plank position, but, and this is crucial, place a small cushion or folded towel under your forearms. Why? Because at our age, we need to protect those precious wrists and elbows. Now here's where the magic happens. Imagine you're trying to gently lift a blueberry with your pelvic floor muscles. Yes, I know it sounds strange, but stay with me here. While holding this engagement, take slow, deliberate breaths. Each exhale should feel like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans from your pelvic floor all the way up to your ribs. This isn't just working your abs, it's creating that deep internal strength that keeps everything lifted and supported. Here's something fascinating. Research shows that women over 40 who practice this type of integrated core work report a 65% improvement in bladder control within just 6 weeks. And the bonus? Those stubborn lower belly muscles that seem to ignore regular crunches. They finally start responding. Start with 15-second holds 3 times. Focus on quality over quantity. This isn't about breaking records. If your back starts to sag, drop to your knees. Remember, at our age, it's about working smarter, not harder. I've got a quick tip that's been a total revelation for my private clients. Try doing this exercise first thing in the morning before your bladder is full. It's easier to connect with those deep muscles and it sets up your core stability for the entire day. But hold on to your yoga pants because exercise number 3 is going to revolutionize how you think about bone density after 40. If you've stuck with me so far, you're going to love exercise number 3 because it targets the exact muscles that keep you looking youthful and feeling strong. We're talking about hip bridges. But these aren't your regular hip bridges. This is what I call the triple threat bridge because it works 3 major issues women face after 40. Here's something that stopped me in my tracks when I first learned it. After 40, our hip bones can lose up to 1% of their density each year. And if you're sitting at a desk all day or spending hours in the car, your hips are basically falling asleep, telling your body it's okay to get weaker. But here's the exciting part. Hip bridges are like a wake-up call for your entire lower body. Remember Jane, my client who couldn't get up from the floor without using her hands? After 6 weeks of these specialized hip bridges, she was not only popping up easily, but also noticed her jeans fitting better in all the right places. That's because this exercise does something remarkable. It reactivates your gluteal muscles, which are literally the foundation of your youth. Let me show you how to do this properly because the devil is in the details. Lie on your back. Yes, you can do this while watching your favorite show. Place your feet flat on the ground, about hip width apart. Now, here's the game-changing tip that most people miss. Position your feet so close to your bottom that you can barely touch your heels with your fingertips. This small adjustment makes all the difference in targeting the right muscles. Before you lift, here's the secret sauce. Imagine you're holding a $100 bill between your knees, not so tight that you'd crumple it, but just enough that it wouldn't fall. This engages your inner thighs, which most women over 40 tell me is a trouble spot. As you lift your hips, think about peeling your spine off the floor one vertebra at a time, like slowly rolling up a precious Persian carpet. At the top, here's where the magic happens. Squeeze your glutes like you're trying to crack a walnut. Hold for 2 full seconds. Research shows this peak contraction is crucial for building the type of muscle that keeps your metabolism humming, even while you sleep. And let's be honest, who doesn't want that after 40? Start with 12 repetitions, focusing on that slow, controlled movement. If you feel any lower back discomfort, place a small pillow under your lower back. This is about progress, not perfection. Build up to 3 sets of 15 and watch how this transforms not just your backside, but your entire posture. Here's a bonus tip that's been a game changer for my clients. Try doing these bridges first thing in the morning. It's like hitting the reset button on your posture for the entire day. And if you're dealing with morning back stiffness, this gentle movement is like WD-40 for your spine. But before I show you exercise number 4, which is the secret to fighting that stubborn middle-age spread, let me share something exciting. Remember that workout plan I mentioned? It's specifically designed to boost your body's natural hormone production, and these hip bridges play a crucial role. More on that coming up. All right, let's dive into exercise number 4, and if you're dealing with that stubborn menopause pooch or those pesky bra bulges, you're going to want to grab your dumbbells for this one. We're talking about supported dumbbell rows, but with a twist that makes them absolutely perfect for women over 40. Now, here's something that blew my mind. Researchers discovered that after 40, our upper back muscles actually start sending aging signals to the rest of our body. It's like they're the control tower for how quickly we age. But here's the exciting part. When we strengthen these muscles, we literally tell our body to slow down the aging process. One study even found that women who did rows twice a week had the muscle density of someone 10 years younger. Now that's what I call turning back time. Let me introduce you to Maria, one of my clients who started at 52. She couldn't lift her carry-on into the overhead bin without help. After just 2 months of these specialized rows, not only was she handling her own luggage, but her daughter noticed her standing taller in family photos. That's because this exercise does something remarkable. It helps reverse that forward shoulder hunch that can make us look and feel years older than we are. Here's how to do these rows the right way. Find a sturdy bench or the edge of your bed. We're making this home-friendly. Place your right knee and right hand on the surface, keeping your back parallel to the ground. Now, here's the secret that most trainers miss. Before you even pick up the weight, pretend you're holding an orange between your shoulder blades. This little trick instantly improves your posture. Grab your dumbbell with your left hand, and ladies, don't be afraid to go a bit heavier than you think you can handle. After 40, we need that extra resistance to maintain our bone density. As you pull the weight up, imagine you're starting a lawnmower but in slow motion. The key is to pull your elbow past your ribs until you feel those bra line muscles working. Here's the game-changing tip that transformed results for my over 40 clients. At the top of the movement, hold for 2 full seconds while squeezing your shoulder blade toward your spine. This isometric hold is like fertilizer for your metabolism, helping to fight that age-related muscle loss that starts creeping in after 40. Start with 8 reps on each side, using a weight that challenges you by the last few repetitions. Remember, at our age, it's not about lifting the heaviest weight. It's about feeling the right muscles working. Build up to 3 sets of 12 and watch how your upper body transforms. And here's a bonus that nobody talks about. Strong upper back muscles actually make your waist look smaller without doing a single crunch. It's all about creating that beautiful hourglass illusion through posture. But wait until you see exercise number 5. It's the one that celebrities use to maintain those toned arms that seem to defy gravity. And if you're dealing with menopause-related weight changes, this next exercise is absolutely crucial. Now let's talk about exercise number 5. And this one's a total game changer because it targets everything that starts to slow down after 40. I'm talking about kettlebell swings. And before you start worrying about throwing weights around, let me show you why this exercise is like discovering a fountain of youth for your metabolism. You see, something frustrating happens to women over 40, and our metabolism starts moving slower than a snail in molasses. But here's what your doctor might not tell you. It's not just about getting older. Research shows that specific explosive movements can actually reactivate your body's natural fat-burning furnace. Think of kettlebell swings as pressing your metabolism's reset button. Let me share something amazing. One of my clients, Susan, had tried everything to fight those stubborn menopause pounds. Walking, running, you name it. But after adding kettlebell swings to her routine, she noticed something incredible. Not only did her energy levels skyrocket, but she finally started seeing definition in her legs and core that she hadn't seen since her 30s. The secret? Kettlebell swings activate over 600 muscles in just one movement. Talk about efficient. Here's how to do these safely. And yes, we're going to start with a lighter weight than you might see at the gym. Remember, at our age, form trumps everything. Start with the kettlebell about arm's length in front of you. Here's the crucial part that most people get wrong. This isn't a squat. Think of it as a powerful hip hinge, like you're trying to close a door with your rear end. Now, here's my favorite cue that works wonders for women over 40. Imagine you're wearing a tight belt and you need to snap it forward with your hips. This visualization instantly helps you engage your core and protect your lower back. As the kettlebell swings up, it should feel like your hips are doing all the work, not your arms. Your arms are just along for the ride, like holding the handlebars of a motorcycle. Here's something fascinating. Studies show that women over 40 who do kettlebell swings twice a week maintain significantly more muscle mass than those doing traditional cardio. Plus, and this is huge, they reported less knee and hip pain. Why? Because the swing pattern actually helps lubricate your joints while strengthening the muscles around them. Start with just 10 swings at a time, focusing on that powerful hip snap. Rest for 30 seconds, then repeat twice more. As you get stronger, build up to 20 swings per set. And here's a pro tip from my private coaching. If you're new to this, practice the hip hinge movement without any weight first. Just place your hands on your hips and perfect that powerful snapping motion. But speaking of powerful movements, wait until you see exercise 6. It's specifically designed to target those hormonal hotspots that start acting up after 40, and it's a complete revelation for women dealing with middle-age spread. Here's exercise 6, mobility flow. Maintaining our engaging style while addressing flexibility and mobility for women over 40. We're now at exercise 6, and this one's different from everything we've covered so far. I call it the freedom flow because it's going to release all those spots that get increasingly stubborn after 40. You know that morning stiffness that takes longer and longer to shake off? That's about to become history. Let me share something that changed how I look at mobility after 40. Scientists recently discovered that our fascia, that's the stretchy tissue that wraps around our muscles, starts becoming more rigid around this age. Think of it like a rubber band that's been left in the sun too long. But here's the exciting part. They found that specific flowing movements can actually restore its elasticity. It's like giving your body's internal swimsuit its stretch back, I'll never forget Linda, a 57-year-old client who couldn't turn her head enough to check her blind spot while driving. After adding this mobility flow to her morning routine, not only could she easily look over her shoulder, but she also noticed her chronic neck tension melting away. This isn't just about flexibility, it's about maintaining your independence and quality of life. So here's how we do this flow. Start standing tall, and imagine you're standing in the center of a clock. First, we're going to do what I call the morning melt. Take a deep breath and slowly roll your head from side to side like you're drawing half moons with your nose. Here's the key that most people miss. Keep your jaw relaxed like you're holding a grape between your teeth but don't want to crush it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We flow into these spinal waves. Place your hands on your hips and imagine you're trying to draw circles with your belly button, making them bigger and bigger. This movement is pure gold for women over 40 because it targets those deep core muscles that support our changing posture. The secret sauce of this flow is what happens next, the hip spiral. Step your feet hip-width apart and slowly circle your hips, like you're using an invisible hula hoop in slow motion. But here's the game-changing tip. As you move, imagine you're stirring a giant pot of honey. This visualization helps keep the movement smooth and controlled, which is crucial for releasing those stubborn hip flexors that tighten up from sitting. Research shows that women who do mobility work like this 3 times a week have 40% less joint pain and report feeling up to 10 years younger in their movements. Plus, and this is fascinating, they found better hormone balance because these gentle movements help reduce cortisol, that pesky stress hormone that loves to hang around after 40. Start with just 3 minutes of flowing through these movements. Focus on making them as smooth as possible, like you're moving through warm water. Build up to 5 to 7 minutes, and here's a pro tip. Do this right after a warm shower when your muscles are most receptive. But listen, this next and final exercise might surprise you. It's the one Hollywood actresses swear by for maintaining their youthful energy and lean muscle mass after 40. And if you've been struggling with that postmenopausal weight that just won't budge, you're going to want to pay extra close attention. Now, for what might be the most important exercise in this entire video, the one I promised would be a complete revelation. We're talking about resistance band compound movements, and there's a reason celebrities like Jennifer Aniston and Halle Berry swear by these after 40. But what I'm about to share isn't just about looking great. It's about something much more important. Here's what researchers recently discovered, and it's absolutely fascinating. After 40, our muscle fibers start changing their structure, becoming less responsive to traditional weight training. But here's the breakthrough. They found that variable resistance, the kind you get from bands, actually communicates better with these changing muscle fibers. It's like speaking your body's new language. Let me tell you about Patricia, my 62-year-old client who thought her best days were behind her. She was dealing with that all-too-familiar arm wobble and had basically given up on sleeveless tops. 3 weeks into these band exercises, she noticed something remarkable. Not just firmer arms, but energy levels she hadn't felt in years. The science behind this is mind-blowing. Resistance bands create something called time under tension, which triggers your body to release natural growth hormones, something we desperately need after 40. Here's how to do this game-changing routine. Start with a medium-strength band. Now we're going to combine 3 movements into what I call the ageless flow. First, step on the middle of the band, feet hip-width apart. Grab the handles and bring them up to your shoulders like you're holding a bouquet of flowers. This is your starting position. Here's where the magic happens. As you press the bands overhead, imagine you're parting a curtain of water. The resistance should feel like it's hugging your muscles, not fighting them. Lower the bands out to the sides, creating a big circle like you're drawing a rainbow. This 3D movement pattern is crucial because it targets those deep stabilizing muscles that keep us feeling young and strong. The secret that transformed results for my over 40 clients? Timing. Take 4 seconds to complete each circle. This isn't about rushing, it's about making every second count. Remember, at our age, it's quality over quantity every single time. Start with 8 repetitions, and here's the key. If you feel any shoulder pinching, make your circles smaller. Listen to your body, it's wiser than any trainer. Build up to 3 sets of 12 and watch how this transforms, not just how you look, but how you feel. Now here's something none of my private clients expect. This movement pattern actually helps improve your balance and coordination. Research shows that women over 40 who do compound band exercises 3 times a week have a 60% lower risk of falls. Plus, they maintain their independence and strength well into their golden years. And here's a bonus tip that's been a game changer for my clients. Keep a resistance band in your desk drawer. Even just 5 minutes during your lunch break can help counteract hours of sitting and keep your metabolism humming. Now let me share that complete workout plan I promised, because the magic really happens when you combine all 7 of these exercises in the right way. All right, now that you know these 7 essential exercises, let me share exactly how to put them together for maximum results. I've tested this plan with hundreds of women over 40, and it's designed specifically to work with your changing hormones, not against them. Here's your weekly blueprint for success. You'll work out just 3 days a week. Yes, that's all you need when you do it right. Think Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, giving your body that crucial recovery time in between. Remember, after 40, recovery becomes just as important as the exercises themselves. Let's break it down. Day 1 starts with what I call your power day. You'll do 3 sets of modified push-ups. Remember that walnut cracking visualization? 2 sets of pelvic floor planks holding for 20 seconds each. 3 sets of hip bridges, 12 reps each. Finish with 5 minutes of the freedom flow. Day 2 is your strength day. Here's where you'll do 3 sets of dumbbell rows, 10 reps each side, 2 sets of kettlebell swings, 15 reps each, 3 sets of resistance band compound movements. Again, end with the freedom flow. Day 3 becomes your integration day, where you'll choose your favorite 4 exercises from the week, perform them as a circuit, end with a longer freedom flow session. Now here's the secret sauce that makes this program different from anything you've tried before. It's progressive. Every 2 weeks, add just 2 reps to each exercise. This small change sends a powerful message to your body to keep building strength and burning fat without overwhelming your system. And listen, I know life gets busy. If you can only do 2 days some weeks, that's perfectly fine. Remember, consistency beats perfection every single time. This isn't about becoming a fitness model, it's about feeling strong, capable, and confident in your own skin. Before you go, here's one last piece of wisdom I share with all my private clients. Track your energy levels, not just your reps. At our age, that's often a better indicator of progress than any number on a scale. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. I share new science-backed exercises for women over 40 every week. And drop a comment below letting me know which of these 7 exercises you're most excited to try. Remember, life doesn't stop at 40, it's just getting started. You've got this, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. See you in the next video.